Good morning, episode number 8. Today I want to talk about um, something very special to me, which is such a simple question, the referring Simon Sinek, the why, how, and the what. So I've been studying the history of craftsmanship in Europe, and not only in Europe but Asia as well, for the last weeks or so, because I wanted to try to figure out like one of the big questions, like what do you want to do? Like, do you want to run a business, or do you want to run a one-on-one gym, or just personal training? And throughout those studies, I realized it was not necessarily what I was doing, like the content of it or the expression of it, but it was like 99% of it was about how I did it. For me, the why was never a big issue, because I want to help people in a very specific way, which means help them figure out what's best for them. And that's, more often than not, a very challenging approach, because it's very individualistic. It takes a lot of energy to coach classes that way, to teach, to learn from them and with them. So I was thinking about the how a lot. So maybe it was not what I did, but how I did it. So not only my perception of what I did, but also my approach of what I was doing, and just the self-talks and the preparation going in. So I started changing a couple of things, which was basically my own attitude, my own behavior towards coaching and running a gym and dealing with people and communicating, because very often it was about pleasing other people, like making sure everybody's happy and everybody's getting the programming they want and the coaching they think they need, etc. But along that journey, I kind of forgot about the big question: how do I want to do it? And I started changing, not only my behavior, but immediate actions towards this, which was not easy at the beginning, because changing your behavior, changing your attitude towards coaching, and literally finding out how you want to talk, or how I wanted to talk, how I wanted to describe things, how I wanted to teach, and that's kind of being split up towards obviously different types of personalities. I think that's the huge challenge and the huge hurdle for coaching nowadays. Not only nowadays. I think this should be an evaluation that you should be doing like as often as possible. So coming back to the craftsmanship and studying how much time it took them, the European craftsmen, like the carpenters, and in Asia, the sword masters, etc., the samurai masters, I realized, I'm just in the beginning, like 10 years in. It's awesome, but this is going to take way more time than I thought, and I think that everybody thinks nowadays. So for me, this is not a sprint. Creating a gym or working on yourself, it's not even a marathon. It's like you're gonna run for the rest of your life. So it's way more than a marathon. So I think we do have way more time than we think figuring this out. But at the same time, you have to ask yourself the right questions and be very honest to yourself. Like, it's very easy nowadays to kind of shadow things and not make... You're not forced to ask yourself the right questions. Let me put it like this. Because there's always a way out. There's always a way, hey, I was still training. My nutrition was still okay. My behavior was still better than somebody else. So I think that's a big challenge for all of us. and once we start tackling it, I think it starts to become a major relief in figuring out, okay, who are we, and how we want to do things. And seems like for me it's coaching people, running a gym, and figuring out what the future of a gym could look like. Talking about like my view or my ideas, my very own and private ideas of how I think gyms not should be run, but should look like in the future, so we can provide ground and soil for people to not only improve as fast as they can, but to feel comfortable and feel safe from the get-go. So that's going to be the topic for the next couple of episodes, is diving deeper into the craftsmanship of coaching and the process, what a craft really is for us. And secondly, talking very concretely about, let's call them challenges for coaches and gym owners, and what's my very small opinion on how we're solving it here, or how we're working on it here at Grex. So thanks again for tuning in, appreciate it. And if you have any specific questions or challenges, just DM me on Instagram at GrexGreg or GrexGym, or email me at greg@grexgym.com. I'll be very happy to get in contact with you. All right, guys, take care.